Good evening, guys. Welcome to the next episode of my stealth van build. Same day as the previous episode, it's just the evening now. We're going to jump into stage 2 of the build process, which is the prepping of the interior of the van for painting. So that process is going to involve grinding down some of the surface rust. There's not actually too much, so I think it'll be okay. I've got some red oxide primer spray that we're going to then put over those spots that I grind down, or wire brush down. I've got some JB Weld steel epoxy for filling in some of the holes that were put into the van by the previous owners. It's an ex-AA van, so they had things like light bars and stuff on the top, so I've got to fill those in. Then, once I've done all that, we will be painting any spots that I've done with the yellow hammerite paint. But that's to come a bit later. Might not do that today. The first step is getting the wire brush on the paint where it needs to be to take off the rust and the flaky paint. Right, to get this process started, goggles and gloves. I'm sure there's going to be loads of little bits of metal and paint and stuff flying around, so got to protect the old eyes. Ryobi drill. Yeah, self-explanatory. Wire brushes from Amazon, pretty cheap, just like 10 quid or something. All different types, so yeah, that should be plenty for taking off some of the surface rust / flaky paint. There's not that much, so we should be good. I doubt this is going to take too long, but it is quite chilly today, so let's try and get this done quickly. And just as a quick reminder for the build process, where I'm at the moment, so on my left I will put up the build stage that I'm at right now and the different steps I'm completing. The first being prepping the van with the rust removal, paint stripping, etc. Now I know this isn't strictly yellow van body. I think it's some sort of, I don't even know, hookup for something. Paint's a bit flaky and the steel plate's a bit rusty, so just to prevent any kind of rust growing and spreading, if that's the thing, I've just been getting rid of some of the flaky paint. I'll go over it with the red oxide primer as well. Right, grinding complete. I've wiped the surfaces down with a damp sponge. Now, I'm going to whack the heater on inside the van, close the door, and let this dry out for the next hour while I go make dinner. And then hopefully I'll come back and it'll be nice and dry, ready to spray with red oxide primer. You can see the floor surface. No flaky paint, most of the rust gone. Yeah, nice. Right, good success. Heater's been on for about an hour. Most of the water has evaporated, which is good. I'm going to run around the van with the dry cloth just to pick up any last spots. And then we'll be good to red oxide the inside. Let's do this. Popping the heater in actually works really well, so I definitely recommend that for anyone looking to do this themselves. Right, it's been about an hour. Let the last of the moisture evaporate and fully dry. Rubbed it down with the cloth. It is all dry. So, next up is very cold, by the way. Hence the the outfit. Next up is the acrylic red oxide primer. Not sure if this is going to be in reverse visually for you or not, but yeah, that says red oxide primer. Decent sized can. And then I'm going to work my way from the corner of the van outwards towards the door for the first coat of primer, then back to the beginning, second coat of primer, and then leave it overnight to fully dry. Right, it's the next day, and as you can see, the red oxide primer has fully dried. It has worked pretty well actually. So what we're going to do now is use the smooth yellow hammerite metal paint and start to go over where I've sprayed with the red oxide primer. Something that I am going to need to do is where I've got these holes in the bodywork, I have primed them. However, the JB Weld steel epoxy needs to be onto bare metal really, so I'm going to have to wire brush off some of that primer around it before putting the JB Weld in place to let it cure. Then I'll respray it with primer once that's dried. Not bad views out there whilst working in the van from the back garden. It's looking pretty nice. What I would say actually is I'm quite surprised how quickly this preparation stage is going. I've probably only put in about 4 hours worth of work, and we're nearly there with the van ready to go for the build. I'm trying to get it done by Saturday, as Saturday I'll be heading out to Mexico for 2 weeks for a holiday, so get some sunshine, 30 degrees out there, should be pretty nice. But I like to come back to the van ready to start the build, so just trying to get all the prep work done now, and then we can absolutely power through the main build. So close. I've got to finish for lunch and head back to work. But you can see, nearly done everything in the van, bar the kind of rear step here. But yeah, looking real nice. So we'll come back this evening, finish this up, and then let that dry. Right, we're back again. Evening time. Going to finish up the last bit of the painting, as you can see down there. I've actually bought myself a I don't know if you can see it, GoPro Hero 12, so I'm going to test that out and see what it's like for filming. Right, that's it, completed. Bar the filling in the holes, of course, but most of the painting's done. So if I've got time tomorrow, I will be grinding out the holes and filling them with the JB Weld steel stuff. If I don't, I will do that when I get back from Mexico. But yeah, we're complete. So nice blank canvas, minus actually doing the roof as well, to work from when I get back. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's see you in the next one.